About a month ago, I upgraded from the MPC Studio to the MPC One Plus. In this video, I'm going to run you through how I use it to make beats and how it's actually improved my beat making over time. We'll make a quick beat, and after that I'll show you some of the beats that I've made since I bought the MPC One Plus. Let's get started. You freaking stoner. Okay. So real quick, I'll give you a brief side-by-side of the two. Obviously the MPC One Plus is a little bit bigger, and the screen is much bigger and actually touchscreen. Now let's make a beat. I gotta plug it back in. We'll hit that on switch. Excuse the fingerprints, I haven't wiped it off yet today. The biggest difference between Studio and the MPC One Plus is what's called Standalone mode. So the MPC actually has hookups in the back that'll let you hook them up to speakers and even hook up to like a record player if you're sampling vinyls, or plug into your phone if you're sampling on Splice or something like that. So I've mainly been using it in controller mode. And when you start it, it's going to be in standalone mode, so you gotta go to controller mode. It's going to look for your computer. It found mine right away. So one thing that I like to do just to kind of set the vibe when you get started, actually, first thing we're going to do is set the bars. We'll just do 8 for now, because you can always double it to 16 later. And let's go ahead and hit a classic 90 BPMs. First thing I like to do is find a good perk loop, which I do on my second screen. I add it to pad number 13. We're gonna hit menu and go to sample edit. So here's the sample in editor. So we're at 90 BPMs. The sample right now is at 95. So we're gonna hit process, time stretch. It's set to 4750. So we know half of 90 is 45. I didn't even have to get a calculator. So now it's the proper BPM. Sometimes I'll go into pitch shift just to make it hit a little lower. So then we just go back to main. We're gonna overdub, play start. Now I want it to be tucked, so I'm gonna go into pad mixer. Since it's just on the one pad, pull it back a little bit in the mix. Now we're gonna go add a new track, browse, expansions, and these are all drum packs that I have on here. Actually, I should be more specific. The drum packs, since we're in controller mode, a lot of these are just on the computer. I have the essential ones for standalone mode on here, but since we're in controller mode, we're accessing what's on the computer. So we picked the Cracklin. We're already on a track that's not being used yet. So we're gonna start with the snare. Now we just add a new track, and we're gonna do the kick. If I can hit it. Next step is the hi-hat, so we're gonna hit the note repeat. Okay, now you'll notice I left some open space there. That's for the open hat. Okay, yeah, we're gonna add a little clap in there. Alright guys, I figured out the problem. So what happened was the time correct is at an 8. So that's the time correct right here. It was at an 8, we changed it to 16. So let's try that open hat again. We're gonna have to do the clap again. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that in the video. because that definitely happens all the time. Time correct will fuck you up if you miss it. You're like, I swear I hit that shit on time. So forget time correct. So we got some extra perks in there. Let's see. Yeah, I might throw some in there. Let's do another track. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw that in the background somewhere. New track. Now we can mix down a little bit, turn some things down. We got that mixed down a little bit. We're gonna add the Vulf compressor. Now this is one thing that I do go up to the screen for, because the Vulf is a very interesting tool. So with the Vulf, you can cycle through your options here, but it's basically just going to change the way the drums play. It's going to change the way the drums sound. Yeah, that sounds nice. So I'd say the drums are about ready. My next step is to find some kind of starting sample on Splice. So let me see what I can find. All right, I might be able to mess with that. So we add it, then we have to open the Splice app, and it's going to be the most recent in our sounds up here. I have the sample transferred into MPC. And again, it's a little fast, so we're going to change the time, and then we're going to pitch shift it. We're going to go down 3 and see how it sounds. Yeah. And before we go to trim it, we're going to hit detect key. It is in F major. Okay, so once we like it and think we can do something with it, we just hit shift to convert, and it's going to convert it into a program. So now we just go back and cycle over. We're still in normal view, but there's a little eye right here. You hit that, you can go to inserts. This is for all your plugins. I'm going to go down into Harmonic to air flavor. Since it's a guitar, I'm going to throw it on the guitar setting. We are in F major. We're going to add a new track, go over to plugin, F major. I like to start off with Bassline just to get the low end really going. I gotta scroll though. There we go. Sometimes I have to turn the music off and just kind of find the bass line that way. This is our main note, and this is going to be the ending note, so let's try it. So it's kind of hard to hear now. Oops. So I go to EQ and filter and do a 4-band. and put it on the low end. Just kind of helps that bass really come out. So now we're going to try out what's called Jura. It's a newer program that they put in it. I believe this comes with the MPC. Sometimes I'll throw that in there. I just don't want it to mess with the bass line I already have in there. So I put it at the highest octave I can go. That might work. Let's try it. Normally I'd put like a phaser on something like this. It's one of those things you can go with or without. Honestly, I'd probably tuck it back. All right, so let's hit it with that drop real quick. So then if you want to save it, you just go to menu and this little button right here, save projects. You can type in the name. I call this one example beat. Save it one more time just for good measure. And let's take a look at some of the other beats I've made since I got this. All right, this one is called Smoked Out. That is a hi-hat. Whoops. I think it's this one. This one's called Vegas Heat. I made this just the other day on my stream, which you can find on this channel. I got I have a playlist called Live Stream the Beats. You can find it under the playlists in my channel. And if you subscribe, you might catch one live. Really, this is just drums and a guitar right now. I'm thinking I might completely change the rest of the instrumentals, but I'm loving the drums. Let's do another one. This one's called Forbidden Door. So yeah, that's my setup. That's how I make beats with the new MPC One Plus. And again, from what I was using, it's just a massive upgrade. So if you're looking to do something like that, it is definitely worth it. I have seen that there's a MPC One that's only a little bit different than this. So if you already have that, maybe not. You probably don't want to upgrade. But yeah, it's great for beat making. It makes it go by way faster. Honestly, I can usually crank out about 3 to 4 beats in an hour and a half on this thing, where before I was probably at a beat every 2 hours. I would just stick to one and really take my time with it. But it's kind of helped me speed up the process a little bit, not too much to where there's no soul left in it. But yeah, if you got the MPC One Plus, hit me up in the comments, let me know how you like it. And again, I go live try to go live 3 times a week making beats with this thing. So subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And thanks for watching. Peace.